major diplomatic mobilization, India will host the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting with nations next week. The meeting will be held to anchor security and development initiatives across the Indo-Pacific. My colleague Sumita joins in with more details.
Absolutely. So that's the other big story that's coinciding with the visit of Marco Rubio, the U.S. Secretary of State. Remember, this was announced by Marco Rubio himself, and very shortly before, MEA also announced this a short while back about the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting. Remember, foreign ministers from Australia, Penny Wong, Foreign Minister of Japan, Mr. Motegi, along with the U.S. Secretary of State, are going to be holding this meeting. Of course, energy security, trade and defense cooperation, Indo-Pacific security, all of that is going to be on the agenda. Remember, Quad discussions were held in Washington, D.C. in July 2025. However, there's been a lull after that because India was supposed to host the Quad ministers meeting in 2025. However, that could not happen. So, of course, there's expectation that momentum is going to build on the Quad meeting of foreign ministers, and it does strengthen India's diplomatic positioning as a key balancing power in Asia. So, what's to be discussed? Well, remember, there's a lot that will be discussed, but more importantly, what needs to be understood is the fact that this is coming in after the United States and China summit that was hosted by President Xi Jinping. In fact, it was attended by President Donald Trump in Beijing. So, of course, this meeting that we're going to see of the Quad Foreign Ministers Summit is going to shape the agenda for Quad Leaders Summit that is expected to happen later this year. There's going to be exchange of views for advancing Quad cooperation, reviewing of progress of the ongoing Quad initiatives, recent developments in the Indo-Pacific region, international issues, maritime security, critical mineral supply chain, resilience of that, defense cooperation, all of that is going to be on the agenda. So, of course, next week is going to be a key week as far as diplomatic engagements are concerned.
Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of News Now. Goodbye from me, Shubhani Gharat, and the entire team of ET Now.